think you guys can see me somewhere, but I wanted to pop in and explain the reason why I focus on in my private group and the big group, Young, Black, and Wealthy, and on the Instagram page, why I focus on terminology so much. That's because, first of all, finance is a language. Money is a language. The stock market is a language. It's the language of money. And you need to be able to understand the terms. So, before you become a nurse or a doctor, and I know this to be a fact, one of the first things that they begin to teach you when you actually go into the field, into the learning in that particular field, not your prereqs and stuff, is medical terminology. Because you need to understand the language of medicine, the language of healthcare. A lot of people, they want to just go straight in and start trading stocks and doing this and doing that, but how are you going to know how to read a financial statement? Or even when you turn on TV and watch CNBC, how are you going to know what they're talking about? Or how are you going to read a stock book and be able to tell what they're talking about when they're saying earnings per share, net income margin, cost of goods, gross profit margin, price to earnings, etc. How are you going to know what they're talking about if you don't understand the terminology? I mean, you can't learn until you learn the language first. That's the basis of it. That's about 50% of it, really, to be honest with you. If you learn the language, then you can start moving into actually understanding how to purchase quality businesses, because you're going to know the language, you're going to know what to look for. So in any field, carpentry, whatever it is, like before you start to actually learn about carpentry, they're going to teach you what the words, what the language is. You got to know the lingo. You have to know the lingo. Like, oh, it's going to be difficult for you to be able to grasp what the teacher is teaching you. Or if you don't have a teacher, you try to learn on your own. Start at the foundation. The foundation is the language. Learn the language of money. Understand it, because that's going to be half your battle. Once you get that under, when you start filing through these books and reading and researching like crazy, you're going to understand it. And then that's your foundation, and you build off that.